Hello, today we are going to read Goosebumps, The Haunted Mask 2 by R.L. Stine, Chapter 10. Oh, I let out a terrified moan. The caped man had reached the bottom of the steps. I could practically feel his breath on the back of my neck. The door has got to open, I told myself. It's got to. I took a deep breath, then I heaved my shoulder against the door. I uttered a desperate groan as I pushed. The caped man made a grab for me. I felt his hand brush my ankle. I kicked the hand away. Then I shoved my shoulder hard against the trap door, and it opened. Yes! A happy cry escaped my throat as I scrambled out into the alley. The cold air rushed against my hot face. I stumbled over everything hard, a stone or a brick. I didn't stop to look. I ran through the narrow alley to the sidewalk in front of the store. My eyes swept back and forth. I searched for Chuck. No sign of him. Had the caped man followed me out of the trap door? Was he chasing after me? I turned back to the alley. He saw only darkness. Then I took off, running fast, my feet practically flying over the pavement. I shot across the street. Bright lights washed over me. A car horn honked, making the jump about a mile. The car roared past. Hey, Steve! Chuck stepped out from behind a tall evergreen shrub. You made it. Yeah, I made it, I replied, gasping for breath. I didn't know what to do, he stammered. I shook my head. So you just stood there? I waited for you, he said. I was kind of scared. Big help. Get going, I urged, glancing back across the street. He may be chasing us. We ran side by side, our breaths steaming up into the cold night air. The houses and dark lawns whirred past in a gray-black blur. We didn't say another word to each other. 3 blocks later, I slowed down as we reached Chuck's house. I leaned over and tried to shake away the sharp pain in my side. I always get a pain like that when I run more than a few blocks. See you, Chuck cried breathlessly. Sorry you didn't get your mask. Yeah, it's too bad, I murmured glumly. I watched him run along the side of his house until he disappeared around the back. Then I took a deep breath and took off again, jogging now toward my house on the next block. My heart was still racing in my chest, but I was starting to feel calmer. The man in the black cape didn't chase after us. In a few seconds, I would be safe in my own home. Halfway up our driveway, I slowed to a stop. The pain in my side had faded to a dull ache. I stepped into the yellow light from the front porch. I could hear my dog Sparky barking inside the house. Sparky knew I was home. As I climbed onto the front stoop, a smile crossed my face, a very wide smile. I was pleased with myself. In fact, I was overjoyed. I felt like leaping in the air, or maybe doing a wild, crazy dance, or crowing like a rooster, or tilting back my head and howling at the moon. The evening had been a total success. I didn't tell Chuck. I didn't want Chuck to know. But when the caped man clicked on the basement light, in that split second before he saw me and I saw him, I grabbed the mask from the carton and I shoved it under my sweatshirt. I had a mask. It hadn't been easy. In fact, being trapped in that eerie basement with that strange man had been the craziest time of my life, but I had a mask safely tucked under my sweatshirt. I could feel it against my chest as I ran, and I could feel it now, warm against my skin as I reached for the front door. I was so happy, so pleased with myself. And then I felt the mask start to move, and I screamed as something sharp bit into my chest.